Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, karibu sana. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. And by the way, remember, I cannot take that for granted. Yeah, may you be blessed abundantly. So today we will be looking at the 10 signs, that is the early warnings, signs of cervical cancer that you should not ignore. Cervical cancer is a deadly disease that kills 100,000s of women worldwide. According to the Global Impact Study of cervical cancer, about 490,000 new women each year are diagnosed with cervical cancer, and about 270,000 died each year. To know the signs of obvious cervical cancer is very important to your cervical health. In this video, we are going to share with you 10 early signs of cervical cancer that you should watch out to save your life. Watch now to learn a lot more. An estimated 13,170 women all over the United States are diagnosed with cervical cancer over a period of a year. However, the death toll has continuously decreased with each passing year because women have been more proactive in taking preventive measures so as not to contract this type of cancer, and if they do, they manage to catch it on. Unfortunately, the story is different for women in the developing countries. Women who are diagnosed early with cervical cancer have higher chances of surviving than those who find out too late. So women need to know these signs and symptoms so that they will be able to catch it on as quickly, following our 10 early warning signs of cervical cancer that you should not ignore at any point. Number 1 is lower back pain. Pain connected to the lower back can signify a lot of different health problems. That's because the area is linked to many of internal organs. Constant pain around the lower back area can be one of the signs of cervical cancer. Unfortunately, this is also one of the most ignored warning signs. Number 2 is leg pain. Apart from lower back pain, sudden leg pain may also validate the existence of cervical cancer in your body. This typically comes after the individual has experienced other symptoms, and thereafter they'll start feeling lower back pains. Women who have experienced with both symptoms have a high probability of having cervical cancer. So, it is important to get screened immediately. Number 3 is pelvic pain. Having pelvic pain is one of the most signs of cervical cancer. This pain is focused around the appendix and the pelvic area. However, this only occurs after the cancer cells have already developed, So you must watch out for some of the early symptoms before the pelvic pain to have a better chance of successfully fighting the disease. Number 4 is loss of appetite. Women with cervical cancer typically lose interest in eating. This is one of the initial signs usually exhibited by women with cervical cancer. However, it is also one of the most ignored because it can be caused by several factors, including anxiety or stress. Number 5 is weight loss. May also be connected to loss of appetite. Someone with cervical cancer may experience unexplainable weight loss even though they may be eating as much food as they want to. That's because their bodies start to process food and nutrition differently. Number 6 is abnormal vaginal discharge. Women with cervical cancer have an abnormal amount and characteristic of vaginal discharge. They may produce increased amount of vaginal discharge or experience some bleeding with discharge. They may also notice that their vaginal discharge has an unusual odor. It may come out as a pinkish or having a foul smell. Number 7 is longer and heavier menstrual periods. The typical and regular flow of menstrual period lasts for about 3 to 7 days. But cervical cancer may cause one to have a more extended period and a heavier blood flow. Number 8 is pain and vaginal bleeding during intercourse. Cervical cancer may lead to abnormal bleeding, including vaginal bleeding after intercourse. Women may feel pain during sex and experience abnormal bleeding after sex. This is caused by a tumor growth around the reproductive organs as cancer continues to develop, that is the cancerous cells. Number 9 is vaginal bleeding during menopause. Another sign of cervical cancer for older women is having abnormal vaginal bleeding even after menopause due to the presence of the tumor growth. Number 10 is unusual vaginal bleeding between periods. This is applicable for women who have regular menstrual cycles. Cervical cancer may be one of the causes for vaginal bleeding even before your 28 or 35-day period ends. However, there may also be other factors that have caused the symptom, so you must validate with some of the other warning signs. The best thing to do is to consult your doctor just to be sure about it. These are only some of the most common early warning signs of cervical cancer you should not ignore at any point. Just keep in mind that if it always better. It is always better and better and better to have proper checkup before assuming the worst about this. Women who catch their cancer at an early stage have a survival rate of 92%. So make sure to note the signs and symptoms ahead of time to avoid and fight this disease. Here is the study for this video. It is a study review. So up to that point, I hope that you found that video helpful and informative. Bye bye for now. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Till we meet in our next video.